I've owned this Lite AF Curve 40 backpack for about 5 months. I've taken it on many trips and have had it in many different types of weather conditions. I've really put it through the test. So do I still like it or do I not like it? Stay tuned and find out. Okay, before I give you the pros and cons and what I really think of this backpack, I want to tell you at the end of this video, I'm going to give you a 10% discount code where if you use this code, you can get 10% off your order at Lite AF. So before I tell you the pros and cons, I want to tell you about some of the features of this pack. One of the things that I find really obnoxious about people who sell backpacks is they advertise the size of the backpacks inconsistently. One backpack company may say our backpack is 50 liters and it includes everything from inside to the side pockets. It includes everything. The way that Lite AF does it is this is the Curve 40 and 40 is the capacity inside of the backpack, inside the main compartment. So it's 40 liters there, and if you add the capacity from the front pocket as well as the two side pockets, it adds an additional 15 liters. So in total, this is a 55 liter pack. So the main part of this pack, the blue part, is made out of a 2.92 weight Dyneema fabric. If you're unfamiliar with Dyneema, Dyneema is a very expensive fabric that is waterproof, very lightweight, and very durable. The bottom right here along the stripe with my logo custom printed on it and the Lite AF logo actually has 2 layers of that Dyneema on this portion. And going around the back side by the hip belt and along the bottom, it's actually a 5.0 weight Dyneema. So it's a little bit more heavy down along the bottom and around the hip belt just to give more durability. The inside of this Dyneema pack is seam sealed, which means they put a tape along all the seams that makes it pretty much waterproof. Now the dimensions of this backpack are 38 inches around the diameter of the top, 34 inches around the diameter of the bottom, and totally unrolled, the height of the pack is 34 inches. A feature that I require on every backpack that I buy now is that they all have this big front pocket on it. It's so handy because you can put so much gear in here, everything from your rain gear, rain fly or a tent, a map, your water filter, all sorts of things can fit in here, all sorts of things that you don't mind being on the outside of your pack that may get wet. Now this pocket is actually made out of a Lycra material. It's really stretchy. It holds the stuff close where it isn't jiggling around. However, I think that this Lycra material, opposed to the mesh that was on my previous pack, is a little bit less durable, where I actually ripped a hole in it. I don't know if I set it down on a stick or if I caught a stick while I was hiking, but I actually had to repair that already. So almost everybody that I like, all my friends like this material better than the mesh that it was on my Z-Packs, but I think I prefer that more durable fabric, even though it doesn't look quite as cool. Okay, some more storage on the outside of this pack are the 2 side pouches, side pockets. So these side pockets are actually made out of an X-Pack material. X-Pack, like Dyneema, is waterproof and it's very durable. It's a little bit more heavy than Dyneema, I think. But I thought it would be nice to have something a little bit more durable for these side pockets where I'm going in and out and constantly stretching it out. So on the top of the side pockets, there is some shock cord with a little cinch on here where you can really tighten it up around the items in your side pocket. These side pockets actually have flat bottoms, which allows for more storage. And you can maybe see right in here, there's a hole in the bottom of the side pocket. So if it's raining out, the water will drain right through there. So each of these side pockets will carry 2 1-liter water bottles. You can see here, I think I have a 750 milliliter in here, along with some of my poles for my rain fly and for my hammock. On this side, I don't put any water bottles in, and if I uncinch the shock cord, I can fit my alcohol for my alcohol stove, as well as my whole cook kit. So again, if you are putting items on the outside of your pack, it allows you to save space on the inside and perhaps have a smaller pack. Okay, around on the back side of the pack, inside of the pack, there are two removable curved aluminum stays. This is the frame. So you can take those out if you want a frameless pack or you want it a little bit lighter. The thing that I like about these stays is I'm coming from a Zpacks Arc Haul, and that Arc Haul has the little poles that you have to arc every time you put on your pack or after you fill it up, and it is a pain in the butt. So I like having something that is less fuss and a lot easier to use. Now also inside of the pack here, to soften things on your back, there's a 1/4 inch thick closed foam pad here. So that helps soften it on your back. Let's talk about the hip belt and the shoulder straps. The hip belt is a 4-inch wide padded hip belt. On the front, it actually has 2 straps by the buckle, and that allows you to adjust the angles a little bit better so it rides on your hips better and is more comfortable. The shoulder straps are a 3-inch wide padded S-shaped shoulder strap. A lot of backpacks are in a J shape. I'm not going to go into the details there. Obviously, one shaped like an S and one shaped like a J. And I think that the S ones are much more comfortable. The shoulder straps here have a daisy chain along the top. I often carry my InReach Mini on a little carabiner up here. You can hook a whistle, you can hook anything that you want onto these. I opted to get the 2 drink holders on both of the shoulder straps, and you can easily fit 750 milliliter smart water bottles in there like I have. I only carry 1 water bottle up there. Other side I put sunglasses or snacks or shove something in there. The pack comes with trekking pole loops, as well as it has a roll top. So the roll top is exactly what we're talking about there. And this roll top has snaps on the top. So you snap things up, and then you roll it up, and there's a buckle on the top, and then you bring your strap over to compress things on the top. This pack is advertised that it will comfortably carry 35 pounds. I don't know if I agree with that number, but we'll talk more about that later. Okay, let's talk about all the options you can have when you order one of these packs. This is the Lite AF website. So you can see on the website here that it has several pull-down menus, and the first one is for pack material. You can see here that they offer 22 different stock colors and patterns, beyond infinite amount of colors that you can custom order. They have these patterns like intergalactic, stars and stripes, tie-dye, all sorts of fun things. You can see further here that you can select the pocket material, all sorts of different colors again. Then you can see that they have torso size. You want to be very careful when you're measuring torso size. They offer more sizes for torso than other backpack makers, and they actually have instructions of how to measure your torso on their website. Moving along here, you can see the shoulder strap pockets I showed you earlier. I would definitely recommend that you get both pockets on your shoulder straps. It's just nicer to have ones that are built in, opposed to ordering secondhand ones from an outside vendor. You can see here that you select the hip belt size, and then they give you the option for a Y strap on the top of the backpack. So all of the backpacks come with one strap that goes over the top. and optional for a couple dollars more, they make it into 2 straps that go over the top, and it's shaped like a Y with 1 buckle along the front. I would recommend the Y strap. It's made for carrying a beer canister, but it can also carry things like a Doritos bag or a tent or anything up there. It just helps keep things in place better than having 1 strap. Let's talk about some more options that will cost you a little bit more if you opt to get them. And one of the items that I highly recommend, one of my favorite features on this backpack, is the bottom pocket. It's more of that Lycra material that's on the front here, but it's on the bottom. And there's a little opening on the one side. So this pocket is really nice for when you're hiking along. You know, I can't reach those water bottle pockets on the side on any backpack, but that bottom pouch is nice for, you can stick a map in there, you could stick some snacks in there. What I use it for is I actually shove my tripod for shooting videos in that bottom spot. So when I want to shoot a video when I'm hiking, I don't have to take off my pack. I just slip that tripod out of that bottom pocket, shoot my video, slide it back in, keep my backpack on the whole time. Hip belt pockets are not included in the base price of this backpack. If you want hip belt pockets, you're going to have to order them separately. I believe that they're $25 each, so that would add $50 onto the cost of your backpack. I originally ordered the 2 pockets for my hip belt, and when I got them, they were actually too small to fit my iPhone 12 Pro Max, which is the bigger phone with the case on. So I called Chris at Lite AF, and he allowed me to ship back those pockets, and I actually ordered a fanny pack, and I believe the fanny packs are $40 or $50 themselves. Fanny packs, I know they're dorky, but they're functional. You know, I'm a dad. I'm all about function. So I actually like it. It's not built into the hip belt, and I actually wear that fanny pack. I put that on first, and then I put on my backpack, and the fanny pack rides a little bit higher than the hip belt, and so it rides down and it hits the hip belt, opposed to riding a little bit lower and constantly flapping back and forth and hitting me in the junk. Another feature that you can add on that I think that you would be silly not to is this lower V loop. It's just cordage with a couple line locks, but it allows you to store more on the outside of your pack. I often put a tent, a camp chair, a pad, or even your Crocs on here. And again, by doing that, you're freeing up more space inside of your pack. The retail cost of this pack is about $380 or so. However, I have a friend, his name is Hunter Musgrove. He is an ambassador for Lite AF. I don't work for Lite AF. They aren't paying me to talk about their backpack. But Hunter has a code. It's Hunter10. If you order from Lite AF, you put in the discount code Hunter10, you can get 10% off your order from Lite AF. So my pack came in before shipping with the fanny pack and all the other items on here for about $340. And, you know, it was a little bit more for the shipping. So if you want it a little bit cheaper, enter that Hunter10 discount code. Okay, enough with the features. Let's get on to it. Do you like the pack or do I not like the pack? I'm going to tell you the pros of the pack. One of the pros, you may think I'm crazy, but $382, or with the code down to $344, is actually a pretty good deal for a Dyneema ultra lightweight custom backpack. My backpack before this was from Z-Packs, and if you geared out with all the options, a similar pack, which actually isn't even Dyneema, it comes in at about $440, which is about $100 more than you get this pack with that discount code. So $382 is a lot of money, but it's still a good deal. When you order this pack, you're ordering it from a small cottage vendor It's made in the United States, New Jersey specifically. And the company is run by a guy named Chris. And Chris used to make all of the backpacks himself. I'm not sure if he still does that, but he has a tremendous amount of pride in the quality of the craftsmanship in these backpacks. And I'm sure if somebody else is helping him make the backpacks, he's looking over them like a hawk, and you're going to get an excellent piece of work. If you're still nervous about spending $300 or $400 on a backpack, one of the things that may help you relax a little bit is knowing that Lite AF has excellent customer service. I actually tore one of these loops off for this lower V-loop when I was cranking on the line lock a little the wrong way. Totally my error. I called Chris, asked him if they would repair it. He said, yeah. I shipped it back to them. And you know how the Postal Service lets you go online and you can see when they received it? Well, I did a little detective work, and they received it, they fixed it, and they shipped it back out to me on the very same day. That's kind of incredible. Now, I'll tell you that I have a pack from Z-Packs, and I think that they also have excellent customer service where a mouse chewed through my front pocket. Almost 2 years later, I shipped it back to them. They replaced the front pocket for free, and they shipped it back to me. However, the difference is 1 day, Z-Packs a month and a half. So excellent customer service, very quick as well. A couple other features on here that I mentioned earlier that I really love is those no-hassle aluminum stays that are built in, as well as the bottom pocket. Frankly, this is the difference between me getting Z-Packs and Lite AF. You can't get this pocket anywhere else, and I just love it. Okay, enough with the love fest. There are things that I don't like about this backpack as well. The first thing is, it's $382. I know I talked about that as a pro, but $382 is a lot for a backpack. I'm not going to deny that. But as a good friend once told me, buy once, cry once. Once you get past the fact that you paid $350 for a piece of gear to pretend like you're homeless, you'll love it. So $382 is a lot of money. This Lycra, I'm not a big fan. Like I said, I would rather have that heavier mesh on the outside that may not look as cool, but it's a little bit more durable. I hope that you're not in a hurry because, like I mentioned, only 1 or 2 people make these Dyneema packs at Lite AF. And the current lead time, if you order a Dyneema pack, is 25 weeks. That's almost 6 months. Or is it 6 months? Yeah, it's 6 months. That's a long time. So if you are planning to use it this season, probably don't order a Dyneema pack. But if you're planning ahead for next year, it's a nice pack. A couple other drawbacks is on this Curve 40 with a full suspension. It has the hip belt on there, right? But the hip belt is sewn in. Just with this design, it has to be sewn in. So you can't switch out the size of the hip belt. So if you're a bigger guy or gal and planning to lose some weight, I recently lost 30 pounds, woo! But luckily my hip belt was small enough, so after I lost that weight, I can still cinch it up tight. Now, if you're skinny and you're going to be drinking a lot of beer, you may want to plan for that and your belly getting a little bigger. The final drawback that I have on this pack is they advertise that it will carry 35 pounds. I usually carry 22 to 27 pounds. I've carried it with over 30 pounds, and when it's over 30 pounds, it's sore. My shoulders get sore. So I would say that weight rating should be more like 30 pounds than 35 pounds. So in conclusion, this is a great bag, but not perfect. If you want to order one of these and you're very patient, use that Hunter10 discount code to get 10% off. I wouldn't recommend that you do that. Light AF now makes this backpack in an X-Pack material. And if you order it in the X-Pack material, like my side pockets here, it's going to be $75 less before the discount code. So you can get an X-Pack material for probably about $250 plus it only takes 5 weeks. So $100 cheaper, $75 cheaper, and 20 weeks quicker. So I'd highly recommend that you get that X-Pack version of the Curve 40 with a full suspension. So thanks for watching the video. Thanks for getting to the end. If you like this video, go ahead and hit subscribe, hit that bell notification. Check me out on Instagram, check me out on Facebook, check out the merch in Teespring. Man, I feel like a NASCAR driver with all these ads. Thanks for watching. We'll see you out on the trail.